Hi friends, welcome to Concept Classes. This is Mayur Shah here. Now we will be starting with the chapter Journal. Under Journal, as we had discussed in the previous class, the types of checks and the way we have to record the journal entries also. Now what we will be understanding is the GST concept. Okay guys, you need to understand the GST because from the current scenario, like from the current year onwards 2020, the textbooks have completely been changed by the board. They are now focusing much more on the relevant practical topics, which also covers GST. You need to understand the working of GST, how GST is calculated, what do you mean by various types of GST. Y'all might be, there are three types of GST basically: CGST, SGST and IGST. Now it might be that for y'all might not have IGST, but for sure you all have the concept of CGST and SGST. So taking the class ahead, now let us take an example wherein how do we calculate the GST? But basically, first tell me one thing. What do you mean by GST? GST is prior what we had as VAT is now GST. Under GST, GST is nothing but a tax which is being collected by government. Okay, so which is the goods and sales, the goods and service tax. This tax government collects from us, okay, on whatever goods and services are being provided. Understood? For example, if I am purchased machinery of rupees 10 lakhs. Okay, now if I'm purchasing machinery of rupees 10 lakhs and it is having a GST, and 10 lakhs having GST, you can say at the rate 18%. Now what do you will do in such cases? Okay, firstly understand one thing: this value which will be given to you, this is excluding GST. You need to calculate GST on this amount. Now GST is of three types. This GST is being segregated into three types. Number one, what you have is your CGST. Okay, CGST, what does this mean? This is your Central Goods and Service Tax. Okay, what do you mean by Central Goods and Service Tax? See guys, understand one thing. Prior to GST, we always had VAT. Prior to GST, what you had was VAT. This was value added tax. Okay, value added tax now got converted into your GST. Under GST, now what the government tells us is that whatever are the rates what we are giving you all, the VAT completely used to go to the states. Okay, government now what they are telling is, out of the GST what you are collecting, half will go to the center. Okay, that is to the whole of India. Okay, and the remaining half will go to the state, whichever state. For example, if it is Maharashtra, state of Maharashtra, so Maharashtra will have, for example, 18%. If the GST rate is 18% on any particular XYZ product, center will get 9%, state will get 9%. Okay, if the GST rate, for example, is 3%, okay, so in the case of 3%, center will get 1.5%, state will get 1.5%. So this is how the GST will be distributed between center and the state. Okay, now CGST means the Central Goods and Service Tax. Then you have your SGST. This is your state. Okay, you have your State Goods and Service Tax, and the last what you have is IGST. Okay, this is your Intergoods and service tax. Now understand one thing. What is the difference over here? When we are talking about CGST and SGST, that will always be bifurcated into 9 and 9%. Okay, but whatever is the rate, for example, if the GST is of 18%, it will be bifurcated into 9% and 9% each. Okay, guys, and but now if I say IGST, that is your integrated goods and service tax. I would not say inter, rather it will be integrated. I can say integrated goods and service tax. Integrated goods and service tax, wherein it is complete one itself. For example, if this is 18%, this will be 9% and this will be 9%. But when it is IGST, it will be complete 18% itself. Here there won't be two bifurcations into CGST and SGST. This is completely IGST. When is this applicable and when is this applicable? See, guys, understand? This is one concept and this is another concept. When, for example, I am in Maharashtra, I am selling goods in Maharashtra itself. So that is within Maharashtra. Understood, guys? What does that mean? Within the state. Within the state. In this scenario, CGST and SGST will be applicable. In our example, purchase machinery of 10 lakhs. If the machinery is purchased in Maharashtra, okay, I am, for example, there is a company A and a company B. Company A is in Mumbai and company B is in Pune. If they are purchasing or selling goods to each other, and in this case the GST which will be applicable will be CGST and SGST. Okay, guys, but in the another way, in the other scenario, if the GST, if the goods are being sold from one state to the another state, okay, let's say the buyer is in Maharashtra and the seller is in Gujarat. Okay, he has sold from Gujarat to Maharashtra. In this case, there is a change of state. There are two states involved. This is interstate and this is intrastate. This is called as your interstate. Okay, interstate. And what is this called as? Intrastate. Okay, intra means within the two different states. Okay, guys, here we are transacting with two different states, so hence it is called as intrastate. Okay, so over here IGST will be applicable when the GST is on intrastate. If it is only interstate, CGST and SGST will be applicable. Fine. Now whenever nothing is being mentioned to us, we'll always consider it as an interstate. Okay, which is within the state itself. Okay, taking this example ahead, we will be calculating over here. If the purchase value is given over here to us, then what you do is cost is equals to rupees 10 lakhs. Okay, add CGST at 9%, which equals to 9% of 10 lakhs, which comes to 90,000. Okay, and add SGST at 9%, again 9% of 10 lakhs, which comes to rupees 90,000. So my total value of the asset will be how much? This is 10 lakhs and this is 90,000 and 90,000. Okay, guys, so value comes to 11 lakhs 80,000. Okay, understand this thing, it is very important. calculation of GST, though it be purchase or a sale, whatever it is, we need to understand this concept. Very important, very nicely. Okay guys, now understand one thing, that over here we have purchased the machinery. So in the case of purchase of any machinery, this GST, both these GST will be called as input GSTs. Okay, we have purchased. Okay guys, if we have purchased, then the GST is an input for us. Okay, we have paid the GST and we have received an input credit for this. So this is known as input GST. How much is my input GST? 1,80,000. Okay guys, at the same time, if it would be the vice versa, the other way around, sold, let's say, furniture of rupees 50,000, having GST at, let's say, 3%. Okay, what we will do in this case, how much is the rate of GST? 3%. Okay guys, so if it is 3%, then how will you calculate? Try by yourself. Okay, in this scenario, this GST total avail amount, what will this GST total of 1500 being amounting? This will be what GST? Output GST. Okay guys, please do remember these two concepts. This is output GST, input GST. Whenever it is any purchase, we will have input GST. Whenever it will be any sale, it will be output GST. Make a note of these two examples if you want, so we can go ahead with that. Okay, now give me 1 minute. I just need to know what will be the transaction, what will be the journal entries, what we will be passing over here for both these transactions. Tell me the journal entries. First, tell me the journal entry ignoring the GST. For example, there is no GST. Purchase machinery of rupees 10 lakhs. Firstly, tell me, is it a cash purchase or a credit purchase? Very good, cash purchase. Why? Because nowhere it has been mentioned the name of the creditor from whom we have purchased. Nowhere it has been mentioned that purchase machinery on credit. So it is cash purchase. What will be the entry? What are the two aspects over here? Machinery account and cash account. Cash account and machinery. So your machinery account, what is happening? Machinery account is what? Real account or nominal account or personal account? Real account. And your cash account is again real account. Over here, what is happening over here? What is coming in? What is going out? Real account says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Correct. But machinery is coming in and cash is going out. So debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Okay guys, so what is coming in? Machinery, so that we will debit first. So machinery account debit to cash account. Okay guys, any doubts? Okay. In the second scenario, sold furniture of rupees 50,000. That's it. Nothing, no GST. If we have no GST, then what will be the entry over here? If I have sold furniture of rupees 50,000 having GST at 3%, sorry, ignoring the GST, I have just sold the furniture of rupees 50,000. What will be the entry over here? Furniture is being sold. So furniture is going out. What is coming in? Cash. We have sold the furniture for cash. So cash is coming in. So what will be the two aspects over here? Furniture going out, cash is coming in. Both are real accounts. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, what is coming in? Cash. So cash account debit. Cash account debit to furniture account. Very good. Okay guys, shall we take this particular entry a bit more ahead? Now tell me one thing. Always remember one thing, we as we have discussed in journal entries, the debit total and the credit total will always be the same. Over here also 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs debit, and over here 10 lakhs 50,000 and 50,000 debit credit, right guys? It the totals should always be the same of the debit and credit. Okay, now if there was GST also involved over here, very easy, no problems over here. Okay guys, very easy, same way we will be doing, same way. Now GST, what is your input GST? Tell me. It is your expense. You can say it is an expenditure for you, so that is also what we are paying. Okay guys, so even that will be debited over here. Agreed. So now what all do we have accounts? What are the aspects available with us? We have machinery, then we have input CGST, input SGST, and you have your cash. Correct guys? Out of this is your real account. These both are your nominal accounts, and your cash is your real account. Fine guys? If this is a scenario, tell me one thing, what will be debited and what will be credited over here? What will be debited and what will be credited? What will happen with machinery account? First tell me that machinery is coming in. We are getting the machinery. So debit what comes in? Machinery account will be debited. Correct guys? Okay. Input GST and CGST and input SGST. That is nominal. We are paying the GST, correct? Because we are purchasing the machinery, we have to pay the GST. So this will also be debit all expenses and losses, and this will also be debit all expenses and losses. Correct guys? And eventually cash we have to pay. Debit, credit what goes out, correct? So this will be my credit. Can you just tell me the journal entry first? It will be machinery account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit to cash account. Excellent. Okay guys, over here, how much is the cost of machinery? Please understand how much is the cost of machinery. 10 lakhs. Okay. How much is my input CGST? 90,000. Input SGST 90,000. How much is my total cash what I am paying? Total payment amount. Yeah, 11 lakhs 80,000. Just check all the totals of the debit and the credit. Are they tallying up? Are they matching the totals? So 10 lakhs plus 90, 11 lakhs 80,000, and in the credit also we have 11 lakh 80,000. Okay guys, any doubt for this? Please make a note of this transaction completely. Let us move on to the another one. The next transaction is sold furniture rupees 50,000 having GST at 3%. Okay guys, we are considering the GST also now. Now tell me one thing. Over here, what are the four aspects? What all aspects do we have? Firstly, we are selling furniture. Okay, I will just note it down here. Furniture. Okay, after furniture, what do we have? GST, right? So this is my output, CGST. Then I have my output, SGST. Correct guys? And then we have your cash account, because we have sold, so we will be receiving cash. Fine. Okay, after this, can you just tell me what all accounts will be debited and what will be credited out here? Firstly, tell me which are personal, real and nominal accounts out here. Furniture, this is very good, real account. These both are your perfect nominal accounts, and your cash is your again real account. Fine guys, just tell me one by one fast which will be debited and which will be credited. Furniture will be, we have sold furniture, so what does the real account say? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Furniture is coming in or going out? Going out, so furniture account will be debited. Okay, output CGST and output SGST, what will happen over here? GST will be debited or credited? 50,000, we have sold the furniture, so yes, so over here we have to pay the GST. Okay guys, sorry, we have to receive the GST over here, because both of these amounts we will be adding up over there, so that will again over here be debited. I'm sorry, this will be credited. Okay, and your cash account, how much is your cash account? Total of the cash account. Okay guys, so this will be your debit. I'm sorry. Yes, I wrote it wrong over here. This will be your credit. Sorry, because furniture is going out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Furniture is going out, so it will be your credit account. Okay, and GST is your output GSTs, so which will be your nominal accounts. Very good. So sorry, over here this will be furniture will be credit, and your GST will also be your credit accounts. Fine. Now tell me the journal entry first. What will be the journal entry? What is coming in? Firstly, what is debit? Cash is coming in, so cash account debit. How much? 51,500. Correct? For cash account debit. Now all the credits to furniture account. How much is the amount of furniture? 50,000. To output CGST account. To output SGST account. Sorry, sir. Done. Any doubts, guys? Please check it properly. Okay. Are you okay with this? Fine. Perfect.